Hey, welcome back. So this time I'm gonna be not replaying, but playing back into it because it's been a while since I played this game, and I feel like I really need to fight something first before I commit.
Not this way, I guess.
I guess not. So force into cutscenes before I can even do anything. Okay, I forgot. So that's my recovery. Oh yeah, she did try to kill me, huh?
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her.
My food should be
No
here
matter
soon.
what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is.
Quick.
I need something to eat.
Okay, I'm back. You know what? Some fucking crazy shit. So I just ordered from Popeyes, right? And Popeyes fucking charges 25 cents extra for honey mustard. Are you fucking kidding me? I like one fucking condiment. And out of every one that Popeyes has, they charge 25 cents extra for the one that I want. They on that bullshit. Fucking chicken. Game.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelegion. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it. Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell. Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Dahnans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the Blazing Sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many
You
people
know, I wonder
along the way who I truly care about.
what
to
anime
get
did
in
it
now.
first. Which anime had different colored hair
So I'll fight.
for characters
For
first?
Dana
That's
and
what I
for
really want to know.
myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
I need to, go back into training.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegus.
Here we go. Okay, so where's the training area? I think it's in. Hold on. Training grounds. There we go.
Looks like we made it here in one piece. Seriously? Is this a joke?
Come one, come all! Soaring Light Spear!
If it cools up, time to get out of the way.
I'm back. Oh wait. Steal their spells. Yeah, I remember that.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! An astral art?
That's my shield.
Shut him down!
More where that came from. Here my healing
kill.
Glacial fire!
Here I come!
Confiscated! Lightning strike! I never miss!
You're mine! I'm not done!
I'll heal you all! Far enough!
Here I come!
Healing
No
circle!
escape!
Water, hear my
You're
call!
mine! Dragon Swarm!
Laser spear, pierce evil!
Try this!
Raging cascade! Freeze right
Sonic
now!
Thrust! Pierce through!
Flaming meteor! In here!
No escape! You're
Healing
finished!
circles away!
This one's all mine!
Oh, I owe you, Xion. Healing is what my arts do best. All Mighty do is cause havoc and destruction. Now!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Hurricane strike!
You're mine!
Lightning condensed! Thunderblade! Illuminate the dark! Magic
I owe you one!
Holy Land!
Mirage! Pierce!
Let me at him!
You're mine!
Freeze laser!
Sonic
I
Thrust!
don't even know the word defeat. Hurricane strike! Lightning strike!
Burn!
Hurricane strike! Illuminate
No
the dark!
escape!
One her bad!
Try this!
The power of light!
Explosive ring!
Ready to go! I never miss! Thank you. Far enough! Here, let me help! Raging cascade!
No further!
Their arts were interrupted.
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn!
Here's a healing
No
art!
escape!
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner
No more
said than
playing
done.
nice!
Pierce!
I'll heal you all!
Lightning Thrust!
Inferno crossing!
Strike!
Healing circle!
Soaring Blast Spear! Here I come! Strike!
Inferno crossing! Illuminate the dark! Not in your dreams!
Take this! Severing Wing! No escape! It's over! Take this! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Strike! It's over! Inferno! Strike! Dragon Swarm!
Leave the charges to me.
Try this!
Tiger blade! You're really, really strong, Alphen.
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around. Illuminate the dark!
Pierce through!
Holy glimmer!
Try this!
Flare tornado!
Rending Blast!
I'll heal you all! Healing circle!
All right.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Cyclone! Here, let me help.
Destruction!
This one's mine! Going in!
Rending Blast!
Annihilation!
Look!
This one's mine! Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
Lunar corruption!
No escape! It's on! Burn in hell!
Lightning condensed! Time to
You're mine!
That'll bring you down! Lightning strike! Lunar corruption! Do it!
Explosive ring!
By the power of Kima! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Lightning condensed!
No
Do it!
chance.
Good shot!
I'm not done!
Not much longer to go.
Come on! One final push!
Let's do this together, Alphen. Do it!
There we go. That's how I change it. Believe, yeah, just like that.
Let me help.
It's all mine!
You really don't need my help, huh?
Nonsense. Who else would have influenced me?
Damn it. I should get my trap shot.
I thought you more defensively minded.
Defense.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Radiant spear!
Here I come! Strike! You're finished!
In here!
You're mine! Strike! It's over!
Spear! Pierce
Try
evil!
this!
Shiny supernova! Freeze laser!
Rending Blast!
More with that can! I'll heal you all!
Take this!
Healing!
You're finished!
Magic air thrust! Hurricane strike! Look, thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too. This one's mine!
Infernal Turret!
Freeze laser!
Nearly done for!
Sleep now.
Hold nothing back!
Crescent
Demon
moon!
Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Healing
The
circle!
flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Lion Howl! Fury!
Destruction!
Water! Hear my call!
Coming through! Ha! Now!
Careful not to overdo
Now
it.
you got it.
sorry.
Pick me off.
Do better.
Guardian field.
Take this!
All right. Let me out. All right. Let me out. Going in. Plenty left. This one's mine. Right. Do it. Shion, go for it. Prepare to crumble.
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot. Look side. Take that. Going in.
You picked the wrong fight!
One more. Crescent moon. Swallow blade. This one's mine. Sadistic descent. Going in. Lightning strike.
Eternal devastation!
Ready to bring you down. Far enough. Going in.
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
There we go. That's all I wanted to do. I just needed to get a feel of it.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Selling. Fuck.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have... to spend so much?
That should be good enough. Continue the story now.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but... well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shionne's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good? All right, and let's go.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shionne? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you. Hey, Alphen, listen to this! So Law and I were just talking and...
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law all flustered?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship, too.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dana in one piece, remember?
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alphen, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alphen. It's just wrong, okay?
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Oh, you don't say. That should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured while we're down there. Alphen? Was it something I said?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lenegis, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? But that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence, and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life, for as long as I can remember. They called it treatment, but in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
You mean, they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched. Helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse. But then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul? Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Xion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. Now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Dahnan victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this. Together.
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me, though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But I can't keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship. Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lenegis.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dahna. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dana even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renan ladder is considered superior to being a Danan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this red woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
I would wager so. Lenegis is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That red woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
We're about to land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them. There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegis's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a Sovereign in our midst. In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegis would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone. Beyond that wall lies a city full of Renans. The capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live, no less. Who knows what we'll find on the other side?
Thinking about what could be lurking out here is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
For such a loudmouth, you sure can be a worrywart at times.
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me for wanting us to stay safe.
Would you two children stop squabbling? Or do you want everyone to know we're here?
So how many Renans actually live in this place?
I couldn't tell you exactly, though not as many as you might expect. Machines and Zeugles take care of most of the city's basic functions.
There's Zeugles out here too, huh? Sounds like we can't afford to let our guard down after all.
But this place is like fucking shit. What the fuck happened here?
What in the world?
This being Renan territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenegis changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people!
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana then?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself, okay, Doe?
So who's Faria?
Law?
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem the people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the Wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danins poking their noses around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two. The Danins among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
What could be so important? It's worth destroying people's livelihoods and homes in the process. It's just... unbelievable. Uprooting an entire city as if it were mere building blocks. Someone's got an awful lot of questions to answer.
From how it looks, they must be siphoning off astral energy from Dana, and then sending it to Rena.
But why do all this? What for? Surely they can't be using all that energy for the crown contest.
Whatever their purpose, disrupting their siphoning process alone won't be sufficient. Not while we still don't know what their endgame is.
He's right. We need to stop this from happening ever again.
This Forbidden Zone might be where we find some answers, right? So what are we waiting for? Let's get moving!
You heard him. We don't have time to stop and chat. Let's move.
So, I've been wondering, do you think when Lenegis was built, it was even made with people living here in mind?
What do you mean?
Well, none of this happened by coincidence, right? They must have designed it to transform like this. But then, if they knew people were going to live here, you'd think they would have taken that into consideration, to avoid all this chaos.
Ordinarily, yes. You'd think so. Trust me, as far as we were concerned, Lenegis was our home, nothing more. No one knew about all this. It makes you wonder whether the city was just built on as an afterthought. But if so, to what exactly?
Sorry. That probably sounded weird, huh?
Not at all. Sometimes it takes an outsider's eye to help you notice what you've been missing all along. This place is a mystery, that's for sure. Something tells me we'll find answers where we're going, though.
Yeah, you're right, Shion. I'm sure we will.
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zeugles have stopped heeding our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty, the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First, Lenegis mutates beyond recognition. Now, this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
To try harder. You're pulling up water out of nowhere, you're spraying fire, and that shit's not even going out. Try harder, man.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
Your lordship! Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine she'd stand out somewhat, too.
Yeah. What about down on Dana during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the lord you were serving?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind. Forget I asked. Sorry to take up your time. Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank you.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent, which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth. that Lenegis is under some kind of control.
Given everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah, that one guy even said Zoogle would stop listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is... Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over Lenegis from so far away? What if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? Just before the ceremony. But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how Volron factors into all this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Danon. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made Sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that 2 Sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganath Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered, until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off-limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dana, too.
Then it's decided. That's where we need to go.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it! I didn't realize
There's a lot of talking in this game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
And yet, weirdly, none of them seem to mind.
I am so glad this is voice acted in
That
English.
strange.
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself, do you not?
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Even so, the quality of life here seems much higher than any Dahnan city we visited. I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society without wealth. But I suppose having it doesn't always mean people are treated fairly either.
More to the point, not a single citizen seems to have even heard of the Red Woman.
What if she's not here? What if it turns out we're looking in the wrong place entirely?
It's still too early to say anything for sure.
For all we know, she might be able to blend in, move around unnoticed. I say we hold off judgment until we've exhausted every avenue.
Another one.
Tell me, Dohalim, has that skill of yours got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
You know, when you're talking to people around town. The way they suddenly become putty in your hands.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it! How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you've got me curious. Is there special training to master?
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned, too. Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hey! What's got into Alphen and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they ate?
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, there's sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dahna.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renan society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Ganabelt, Almadria, and Volron. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Dahnans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenegis. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dahna, which means they should be more inclined to talk to us.
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed. The effects of Lenegis' transformation appear to be less pronounced here. Or, viewed another way, this area was simply luckier.
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current Sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfricht Milgras, the former Lord of Cyslodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfricht whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
You're saying that ever since becoming Sovereign, he's never actually shown himself on Lenegis?
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the Sovereign that came before him.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegis from the Motherland, Sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
You and me both. Though we are Renin by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
Doe?
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still...
Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
What a bitch.
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
I wonder if we can use this.
Oh, let's go. More cutscenes. Let's go. It's just cutscenes. Let's go.
This place is beautiful.
Yeah, it must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renan sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnagin. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnagin. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnagin and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagin and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagin had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnagin was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait, don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less. She would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Dahnans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right. Alphen.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna swap games because all I'm getting is story right now, and I feel like I'm just gonna get a lot more. So let me find out what game should I play. Let's see. Need to go to installed games. Hold on. Let's give me the option. Let's try. Final Fantasy 15. Roman? That encourages me to read. I don't like reading. Yeah, fuck it, let's play Koromon. Been a while, and I think I wanted to do a review of it as well. Ah, interesting. Audio for Koromon, non-existent. This game is not booted up properly. Yeah, so let's not do that. Go back in. Hopefully, we talk about this time. Oh boy. So Koromon's a dud. The audio's not loading in properly on here. Probably corrected. Save file. Fucking luck. Okay, let's play something else then. And there's always Doom Eternal. Eternal, I'm not. I don't think I'm good right now for Doom Eternal. One moment, I gotta figure something out. So I gotta play a game, doesn't matter which game. Okay. This time just open up big picture mode. Because big picture mode can actually let me access all the games that are installed. So library installed. I have 29 games installed. Atelieriza, Doom Eternal, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Hentai Games, Guilty Gear X, Killing Floor, Mustache, One Step from Eden, Nightmare Reaper. About Nightmare Reaper. It's a game. Since I was able to get that Steam Deck pre-ordered, should be coming in soon within the next months. I'm gonna start doing, maybe I can do like an unboxing and also a comparison between the Switch and the Steam Deck. I know people have already done it, but like just to give my take on it. Yo, I need a new mouse pad. Mouse, not mouse pad. Yeah, mouse pad. Has Nightmare Reaper loaded yet, or am I gonna have to wait still? Nightmare Reaper is the closest thing I'll get to a horror game, honestly. How the fuck am I supposed to do that? Oh, I, that's not good. Rip. Fuck. Keep moving, buddy. Bruh. I need to do it 2 times. Fucking bitch. Oh my god. About a platformers if you didn't notice. Okay, how do I do this? Okay, so sometimes he dies to one shot, sometimes he doesn't. That's like do this level. I'm going back to the room. Nope. fucking chasing after me, man. And I'm dead. Jeez, the fucking recoil on that. Okay, not that again. This is the best feature in this game. I can fucking snap my fingers. How the fuck did I die there? I lost the best weapon in the game. It's not the same, man. Another one. A bow. Fine, I'll take it. Where the fuck's the... There it is. Aw, come on. I spawned the spooky buddy. Nice. these weapons that I got. Okay. Fuck, what got camera like that? What the shit? Hold on. Let's end it off with some Overwatch, maybe. We haven't played Overwatch in a long time on stream. You know, if Overwatch lets me stream it properly.
Welcome to Rialto. Prepare to attack. Select your hero. Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Together, we are strong.
I'm sorry, Reinhardt. After everything that happened, I needed time.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing.
We got this, boys.
Escort the payload.
Oh, I got no bubble for you, my guy. Junk above, junk above. Oh, never mind.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Feeding Diva. Hi, Feeding Diva. No, I'm dead here. They use ults.
Без труда не вытащишь и рыбку из пруда. I will never surrender.
Go ready. 3 seconds close bubble. We're naded. Bubble ready, bubble ready. They just press Q better, honestly. I'm gonna grab for next fight, but they're most likely going to use trance for it.
Век живи, век учись.
You have to get a nade for that fans. That'll be fantastic. Their D.Va's currently out of mech. Can we push W? Monkey. Good job, guys.
Complete. Score 3-0. Switching sides. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Three, two, one.
Truly is wasted on me.
Why did you abandon your sustenance?
I never was easy. I killed only because it was necessary.
See through the dragon's eyes.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
They already used their nade. Just want to back up to the corner after being too aggressive. Okay, we're down one. We're down one, so we back up to the corner. We back up to the corner. All the way to the corner. We just player. Player in this corner. Stun. Thank you, thank you. out, get out, get out, get out, get out. I couldn't get it. That's huge. That's huge. We press up. We press W. We're all here. We're all here. We press W. In the staircase. Under the staircase. We can hold up. Ooh, boy. For last second, we're coming in. Right, that's in. Just staying on the point.
Bruh.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
Hello, Ana. Ana, got the Ana, got the Ana. They're down one healer right now. We're down our main healer.
Further experimentation required. Get here.
Watch out for a shatter. I would watch out for a shatter. Junk behind.
He increased 1 health.
Oh, I got slapped. Oop, not next.
Enemy contact. I cast the spell.
I don't know sleep. I don't know sleep. They have a main now. Pulling up a mortal.
The miracle of science.
Switching sides. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Just sit around knowing there's someone out there that needs to be blown up.
Attack commences in 30 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one.
Trap. Shield charging. That's gonna use abilities. Pushing up to the corner. Pushing up to the corner. No sleep. Heals, ready for heals, ready for heals. No shield, no shield. Use more abilities. Pushing up. Stuck on the left. Free. Not done. Okay, right might have shatter. Yeah, he's up has shatter. Damn.
Team kill. Round 3 complete. Score 3-3. Switching sides. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
There is no obligation. Soon we'll see if the hypotheses are correct.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
A moment to enjoy some peace and quiet. Probably just a moment, though.
Is everyone ready? Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Stop the
Activating the barrier.
No sleep on Ana. Reaper's there, Reaper's there, Reaper's there, Reaper's there. They have a Pharah. A Pharmacy. So forget about the flu. Yeah, I know what I'm
Traveling to Volskaya Industries. Prepare to attack. Select your hero. Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Justice is done.
Switching sides. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Justice.
Maximum power. Open your mind. Consider only victory. Make defeat an impossibility in your life.
Attackers incoming. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective
Understood. Abandonne.
I'm playing at the nose of the truck. Okay, rotating towards port, rotating towards port. Naded.
Are we gonna swap for Farah?
Okay, the Ryan's already here. They're looking for a fast push. Genji's here as well. Guarding the body. I don't want the res. Hey, Pharah top left. Most likely barrage. Most likely barrage on Pharah. Ryan's coming back. He's gonna have shatter. Couldn't. They broke my shield. He waited for it. Here.
Maybe Diva's still here.
Diva and Mega. She suited up. Egg, bomb. Left. Gotta get rid of the healers. Focus on Ana. No, Ryan, they swapped the hog. Eva's on the high ground. Bomb.
kill it, don't kill it.
Play of the game. Double, triple.
So far.
Now traveling to Busan. Prepare for battle. Select your hero. Capture the objective.
Soldier 76 reporting for duty.
No nade. You already used it. Okay, Ryan's on point. We take care of the Ryan. Nice. Hawk's gonna be above. Watch out for hooks. Watch out for hooks. Ryan, Hawk above. Hawk above. Pre-drop down.
Stardust to stardust.
He's already down. Let's be on the left. Got pinned. I got pinned.
Fucking guys.
No, that wasn't right at all.
Hawk on the left, Hawk on the left.
Best round lost.
Speed maximum.
Score 0-1.
I'm a one-man apocalypse.
Still remember your old house. Gotta miss that old sofa.
It was a safe lounge.
It was a footrest.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round two. Capture the objective.
Ich kümmere mich um dich. Geheime Hof.
Okay, we got 3 people on the bongo.
We have an Orisa Hawk. What do you think?
Okay, Kree's gonna be on the right side.
One. Never mind.
That point's winnable. They're down to Mercy. Now they're down to Ana. Now they have no heals. Just focus down one target. Down for Ryan. On the Mercy. I'm on the Mercy.
Ow.
No sleep on Ana. No sleep on Ana.
I'm not sure what the tanks are trying to contest. They're literally not
Coming in.
I feel unstoppable. The power of destruction. Score 1-1.
Look after yourself, Andre. I'll get
We have an understanding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Is that a costume? Or are you just ugly?
No sleep on Ana. Hog's gonna be on the right side. Hog's on the right.
Hog behind, hog behind.
That's gonna be on the high ground. Right up here, where's their hog? I don't see their hog.
Oh shit. Oh, that hurt.
I've still got it. I've still got it.
Just keep pushing it.
Hey, hogs in their back, hogs in their back, hogs in their back. Please. Thank you.
They're all in those corridors.
Ryan's here, Ryan's here, Ryan's here. They have no tanks. No tanks.
They're running. Just push it. Push, 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 push.
Tactical visor activates. And
Huge. Both their tanks on the high ground.
No shield.
Play of the game.
I've got you in my sights. Target original.
Double kill. Traveling to Numbani. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
I play to win!
Must violence always be the solution? Hello there.
Smoke. Hello.
Greetings.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Smoking. Everyone died.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Echo's going close.
Echo behind. Echo behind. Echo behind. She ran away. She's gonna be playing close. Wait. Yo, that echoes one, echoes one, echoes one. Deeper on our Ash, deeper on our Ash.
Back in the game!
Helden sterben nicht.
We are full team, we are full team. No heals, no heals. If I need to, I'll bomb. Hey, I need to. Echo on the coast. Okay, Anna's in there. No deflect, no deflect. Tanking this, I'm tanking this, I'm tanking this. I'm not tanking this. Bomb, 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 bomb. Echo Coach, she teabagged me, someone kill her.
Oh, thank you, Mercy.
Come back, down. I'm more interested in the
Teabag, yeah. Already killed him.
Excuse me for diving in.
Thank you.
boy. Oh my god.
This will protect us.
This score 0-0. Switching sides. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
I play to win! Alright, game face on!
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Think you can keep up with me?
On my way.
Understood. Let's shoot for a new high score!
Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Hey, Hog Soldier. Hey mate, we don't go into the Nodo zone. We do not go into the Nodo zone by ourselves. Knock some of them off the high ground. Boy.
You look tired.
This is not your time.
All systems checked out.
Okay, I want to get rid of their Moira. The Echo's gonna try to ult.
Grabbing Mega, don't worry about it. I'll go with it.
Play of the game. Double kill. Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar. Prepare to attack. Select your hero. Attack commences in 30 seconds.
This is no place for children.
Who are you calling a child?
I'm not used to state-of-the-art facilities these days.
Hello.
Hello there.
Bro, are you in an airplane?
No, I was burping.
That's still nice in the background.
Attack commencing. Escort the payload.
Yo, this fellow was just chilling there. There's a ball behind us. Back
Do we see the ball? Look at me! Look at me! It's a diva!
I'm gonna go Sombra. I'm not gonna lie, they're hella distracting. Oh, one nice. I don't know, Nate.
Who's contesting?
Our Sig. Our Sig's Pog champ right now.
Yo. Dodge plan, Sigs. Dodge plan.
Heals.
Oh, soldier in server room, don't high ground maybe. Bitch. He's one. Ball's one, ball one.
Are you even trying?
I'm on payload.
Oh, I'm
Ooh,
sorry.
let's get this,
You want to escape? No escape for you.
Alright. Come at me, bruh. I dare you. I fucking dare you.
Stupid. This one.
Big one.
Nice.
They have a Widow coming in, Widow?
Okay, you've got Widow.
Oh, he's one.
Who's one? Who's one?
I can't believe I missed that shot.
Oh,
Nah.
Nice.
Got one. That's from top left.
So we got it, so I don't really care
One
anymore.
top left.
Oh, they slept me. They slept me. Hey, I'm feeding. Healers, please. You're supposed to keep up.
I'm healing you.
Thank you.
Hey Diva, we can combo
No,
ult.
not good enough. Not good enough.
Ow.
Oh, alright. We chill. We chill. Let's have a quick one.
It's ready, it's ready, it's ready, it's ready, it's ready, it's ready, it's ready.
Oh, man. They're running double shield. I ain't playing shit. Find one.
Dude, fucking nut.
Alright, they're on Reaper.
Yo, I'm feeding, I'm feeding, I'm feeding, I'm feeding, I'm feeding, I'm feeding.
Behind, brother. Ana, turn around, bro. There's an Ana right there. Oh, shit. You missed it.
Oh, I'm feeding hard. Oh my god.
Damn, heart.
It's okay, I can feed harder. Let's go, Percy! Let's go! Risk your life! Let's go! I stopped on him.
Dude, I'll have you know, my scoped accuracy is 12%.
3-0.
I'm so good at this game.
Prepare your defenses.
Oh, you know what
Select
time it
your
is.
hero.
Alright. I'm gonna try this out. I probably have like 10 minutes on Genji total.
I believe in you.
You should do that in quick play.
Don't worry about it.
I believe in you.
Actually, you know, fuck. I want to play Widow. That's hella fun. If they have a Widow, I'll go Genji.
I mean, I would have stuck with you as long as you got me out.
Incoming in 30
I would have stuck in.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't really swing out.
I'm a bird, and I'm about to feed.
How do you know you don't swing that way?
Oh,
Tried it.
I'm about to take the most damage in the world.
I can do better than your last.
You know, if their Hanzo can fucking aim, oh my god! I'm standing still and the fucker still can't hit me.
You ever have Puerto Rican Italian?
Operation Save Sigma. Never mind.
Yeah, I got hacked.
It's fine. It's fine, buddy. It's fine. No, you chose this fate, Hanzo. I'm dropping.
I appreciate the effort, Mercy.
There's a Sombra.
What fucking dumbass.
Oh, found her. Asshole.
Bitch.
I'll do anything for Daddy's sake. Can you see those abs?
Bitch!
Healing.
They call me Figma.
Yo, they're pushing payload. I'm dropping and feeding. I'm dropping and feeding. Dropping and feeding.
Show yourself.
Yo, Ryan most likely shatter. Ryan shatter. Wait. Okay.
Don't worry. Bro, I was doing
Operation Save Sigma. Operation Save Sigma. Yo, I'm tired of this soldier. I'm gonna go kill him.
Don't worry, Widow. You have popping on it instead of Mercy.
Next.
Thank you.
Summer's one.
Fuck soldiers. I hate soldiers.
Hey. Wow. Why would you say that to people who serve our
Hey,
country?
hey. Soldier 76s, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to sleep me? No, that's not allowed. Shatter? Watch out for Shatter.
Oh.
I'm a bird.
Now I got hacked out of it.
I'm gonna get solo boxes right now.
There goes the Rhine pin. I'm killing this Rhine. I'm gonna kill this Rhine. I got shattered.
Thank you, Mercy.
You still win that. You might need to help your Ana. Don't be afraid to pop Nano here.
Nope, I made sure. My dying wish to Sig.
Oh, I'm slept. I'm good now.
Can you get on? Oh, never mind.
Unfortunate. Yeah, we kind of
Oh
make
my
the
God,
great
I just
escape.
farted. 5 hours
That's
later, I
allowed.
could smell the lamb.
We still win these.
Oh my lord. Bitch.
Anna over here DPSing you, my guy.
No one can hide.
Where the fuck is he? What the fuck are you doing? Know your place, bitch.
I know you're there.
I love shooting shields. And anti.
You're off the one, bro. Alright. Mercy, fall down with me. We got this.
Flying low. Focus, Ryan. Thank you.
Nice.
Fuck you in your heels.
Oh, they fucking wall for
No sleep.
Ana no sleep. They don't know I'm here.
Oh, couldn't knock get that. Ooh, boy. We're so fixated on me. Anna, what do you say?
I'm done.
Our Anna needs help.
Go sleep on Anna.
Alright, it's game time. Players. Play as.
Sigma. Sigma, get on, please.
Finally got me. The Sigma finally got me.
You need to kill the Mei first.
The payload has reached
Oh.
the checkpoint.
Oh man.
Oh, they're on monkey now.
Monkey, they made a grave mistake. You don't go monkey with a diva. Bruh.
We're even. Ash up. Nice.
Boosters engaged.
No, ice block or wall.
Operation safe drum.
Back up. Let's take
Could
this
not,
full
could not, got
group.
frozen, got frozen.
Let's get back in the spawn, back in the spawn, back in the spawn. Back. Go, we got.
Touch your visor activated.
Alright, I'm dead.
That's
Got better
on
time.
me. On me.
Score.
Yeah, going back to spawn with them having a Mei was not a good idea.
Prepare your
We're on
defenses.
defense.
Select
all seriousness, wanna win. Play whatever you want. I'll flex around you.
I play to win. I can't wait to get into the fight.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Let's shoot for a new high score. How lucky for you. All right, game face on.
No. Hey, I read you.
Five, four, three,
Fast nanos.
1. Attackers incoming. Stop the pain.
You're on.
Monkey drop. He's dumb. He's so dumb. Oh my god. Just taking damage so we can get fast nanos. Still peeking.
Summer no TP. Upper Sig.
Operation save Sig. Could not save it fast enough. Risa or Risa 1? Risa down. I'm backing out. Getting some heals. Getting some heals.
Heaven.
You only have one healer, be careful.
Yeah.
You just wanted to piss me.
We can't really help you. You gotta back up, brother.
You guys win it or we give him some space?
My ultimate is ready. Go. I'll be watching all. Healed up.
Sig low.
Back up, give him to the corner.
Back and back.
I'm trying to get them
Team
as
fight.
basic as possible.
Just build ults, hold ults till end.
Somewhere.
Doom is above us. There he is.
Traded.
Nice trade.
Doom
Just
fist
be
me. Doom
careful
fist
for
in.
Doom. Alright?
There's one.
Nice. You win that. You win that. Nano, your mercy. Oh, bruh.
Get that Allah Akbar, Jesus.
Give me the rest.
My duo Q res. First time.
Get out of here.
Round 3.
Yeah. Oh, he's playing Lucio too now. Teabag.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
Yeah, fella, don't be afraid to nano the Mercy. If that Mercy's caught less than half on Flux, save that support. You're more likely
No, I
to
didn't
win.
have it. I didn't have it up at the moment. I had it to 96% now, and I was hacked. I was hacked in the back line too.
Dude, yeah, no, but just, yeah, heads up. Always.
He's lying. He hates me. He
No,
never gets me.
Sig was helping me. Sig, was I hacked? And there was a Sombra
Bro,
on me and they
you're
were
only a
helping me.
master support. What do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no. He's a very high diamond, actually.
Who we talking
Oh,
about?
even worse.
We're assholes.
16-bit hero.
Oh,
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
I've baked one before.
Time to check the to-do list.
Let's see what they got.
Greetings. Hey, how y'all did burn it all down?
Can I tell you guys something that I'm not allowed to tell my real life friends?
What's up?
I'm gonna be a dad.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Yo.
Congrats, dude.
3.
Thank you.
So this might be the last time you play Overwatch.
Commence.
I got 8
Your
months.
virility, man.
Escort the payload.
Nah, dude. You just gotta. You
You
just
got
stay.
too young.
You raise the baby from home and then just play Overwatch and then get him a PC. Yeah.
We'll work from
Dude,
home
you
dad.
calling young? I'm pushing 30, bruh.
I'm 28. Actually, wait, no, 29. 2 days ago.
Oh boy.
Oh, let's go.
Hey, Toxic!
I need help back here.
Soldier does not like me.
Oh!
How to feel, Winston? Making thick in the warm.
Asshole!
He's won.
No!
I've never had it yet.
We have what yet?
Your characters to fucking spawn
You know,
in.
Pussy.
How old are you?
26.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Is it like
Thanks,
in
don't
the,
worry, it was
is it
in
like
vitro
on the
for
internet? Is it that magical?
Yeah, it's a lot better with someone that you care about.
Oh, that's some fucking cute shit.
I mean, it'll happen eventually, bro. Don't rush it, don't push it, and just be yourself, and you'll find someone to do it with.
We keep going until we win, until we lose. I mean.
Now entering King's Row. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Justice will be done.
There's nothing I haven't seen before. Stick together. We will complete our mission.
Going free.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
The government here has studied the need.
Boy. Gonna need some healing over here. Thank you, thank you. Lucio 1, Lucio 1.
Go now. They don't have the run.
Moving in. Hot on the high ground, Tracer on the back, Tracer on the back. They're down the healer, we're only down the DPS. We go in. Thank you. I'm swinging. On the right. Oh, I'm sleeping again. Your round's back. Oh no, get behind me. Get behind me.
Step right.
Use strands.
Score 0-0. Switching sides. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Your safety is my primary concern.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
For optimal chance of survival, stay in range of my barrier. For your own safety, get behind the barrier.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Oh. So one. They're down two.
Archiving combat data.
And that was the last for me. All right. Well, really appreciate you guys coming. Or